Justice Ringera and the AG, and that was the beginning of the building of the blocks of what has today become the EACC. And why did I say I wanted to have a few minutes after this to bring out some of these things? It's because even then, it was not easy to actually get the political buy-in for those initial steps of legislation. We had many battles at cabinet level at that time to try and get the draft, the initial bill that went to Parliament, go through cabinet. Because as the late Anyona said, corruption is like a hydra. So the challenges you're going through just confirm that to get the structure and to get it right, when it means fighting against corruption, is a process. It is not an overnight issue. It is a process, and you must keep pounding at it. We must keep on putting our extra hours in there in order to deal with this menace. So that is a bit of the history around it. Maybe one day, when there's no pressure, I can share a little more. But it was quite a journey. I do agree with you that we must not politicize the war against corruption. And nobody is immune, and no institution is immune, and no nation is immune. We have had in Europe the conversation around questions for money, where Parliament has been roped in. Our county assemblies are not immune. Our legislature is not immune. Sometimes you might think it's madness, but there's method in it. When somebody knows that EACC is investigating, somebody then files a petition in Parliament on a similar thing. It's not accidental. It is designed to confuse the process so that the investigative agency is slowed down from pursuing what it should be pursuing. So that one can say, wait a minute, you can't pursue this, it's before a committee of Parliament. So there are intrigues. And all these intrigues, we all have to work together and see how we can resolve them. We have seen very strange examples. The courage at which some people, you can enter an airport, the front line, the front door of a nation, and you find there are some officers there who have no shame. They solicit openly at the front door. And they are in uniform. Some have even had the courage to go and make sure that they tamper with the CCTVs so that even when these transactions are taking place, there's no record. That is how far impunity has gotten in some of our public institutions. So we have a major thing to do, to fight. And for politicians like myself, and I now speak as a very personal level, let us stop politicizing this. I've had my experience with the EACC. I've visited, I've written my statements. But if you have not done anything wrong, then you should not worry. Because these people are professional. They'll do their job. If you have nothing to worry about, you'll go home. If you have something to worry about, then I can't help you. Neither can they help you. So these are the realities. But we should not say that because these institutions are there, we should try and throw mud at them. Because once you're in public office, invariably, you become a potential candidate at one time or the other for an explanation or the other. And if you've not done anything wrong, you should not worry. If you follow procedure, if you have followed the law, if you have operated within the rules, then you have nothing to worry about.